Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Nitro High School, home of the Nitro Wildcats. Tonight, the visitors on the scoreboard will be the defending Class AA state champions, Logan High Wildcats, and they'll take on the home team, the Nitro Wildcats. First meeting between these two ball clubs was played out Logan. Logan was able to mercy rule Nitro in 5 innings. Tonight, Nitro's looking for the revenge and try to tie up the season series, trying to go into section and regionals. So, as we get everything settled, I will step aside real quick. Share the post. Don't know the cell service here, so I might go in and out. Just send me a personal message if it does. I'll be right back.
William Bryant. Number 21, Levi Kazee. Number 22, Dawson Quick. Number 24, Luke Blankenship. Number 27, Chase Maynard. Now the starting lineup for Logan. Leading off playing center field is number 23, Aiden Slack. Batting second, doing the catching, number 12, Jake Jake Ramey. Batting third and playing third, number 16, Dawson Maynard. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 3, Corbin Bostic. Batting fifth, number 11, the second baseman, Garrett Williamson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 19, Connor Lowe. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 9, Ryan Roberts. Batting eighth, number 14, the designated hitter, Jared Burdett. Pitching for Logan this evening is number 13, Joey Canterbury. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 7, Carson Kirk. And now for your Nitro Wildcats, number 28, Michael Thor. Number 10, Jacob Angel.
All right, we are ready for some Logan High School baseball. Leading off for Logan is number 23, Aiden Slack. Matt Carter was supposed to come live, but apparently he's running late. So he told me to step in and fill in for him. So this is what I'm doing. I'm over here in Charleston, around the Nitro area, and I decided to come out and watch some baseball, and I'm stepping in to fill for him. So, with that being said, we are ready to play some baseball. Battle of the Wildcats between Logan and Nitro. On the mound is Noah Reed as the first pitch goes in there, and that is hit high into left field, and it's going to get... He caught it. What a catch by the left fielder. Again, I don't have Nitro's lineup. But with that, that'll be the first out of the inning. Slack flew out to the Nitro left fielder. But I know on the mound for Nitro is Noah Reed. And now coming up to the plate for Logan is Jake Ramey. Reed to pitch. And that is in there. Strike one. Adjust the camera just a little bit. I think this will do it. Here comes the pitch. High. Ball one. Reed to pitch. High again. Ball two. Reed to pitch. High, gets away. Ball three. A 3-1 count for Jake Ramey. Reed to pitch. And misses. Ball four. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for Jake Ramey, and that will be number 4, Cole Blankenship, coming in. Now that'll bring up number 16, Dawson Maynard. Maynard, yesterday against Chapmanville, absolutely crushed the ball over center field. Against the Tigers, drove in 3 runs with that home run. Reed to pitch. Maynard pops up a bunt. It goes foul out of play. About lost my tripod for it'll be an 0-1 count. As Reed throws back over to first, as Blankenship is in there safe. Reed going to pitch. Maynard hits that high right at the right fielder for the second out. And now that'll bring up the, I think, left fielder for today, Corbin Bostic. Again, I did not have enough time to get the lineups ready, so I'm just going off of what I think I heard. So Logan's got a runner on first with 2 outs. Bostic takes that pitch for ball 1. And again, if you're watching this, I don't know how the Nitro the cell service is down here. I think I'm live. It says I'm live. Just send me a personal message if I am, so I can know. Here comes the pitch, and Blankenship is running, and he is going to be tagged out. Kyle Gill with a beautiful throw, tagged out Blankenship on that throw to shortstop, and that'll end the top half of the first. We're still scoreless between Logan and Nitro. I'll step aside and be right back. All right, we're back. Noah Reed, the pitcher, is leading off for the Nitro Wildcats as Canterbury's on the mound as that pitch misses for ball one. We'll go over to Logan's field right now. Behind the plate is Jake Ramey. The man on the mound is Joey Canterbury. From first to third, I will finish after this pitch from Canterbury as Reed hits that hard for a base hit. So Nitro gets it going with their first hit of the game by Noah Reed. And now, in the infield, first baseman's Connor Lowe, second baseman Garrett Williamson, shortstop is Carson Kirk, and third baseman is Dawson Maynard. And in the outfield from left to right, left fielder is Corbin Bostic, center fielder is Aiden Slack, and right field is Ryan Roberts. Jared Burnett is the DH for the pitcher, Joey Canterbury. And we got the party in USA as Kyle Gill is going to step up to the plate and get ready. I'm going to step aside. We'll be right back. But actually, no, we're going to get a courtesy runner for Nitro for the pitcher. That will be number 8. I think West. It's either number 8 or number 6. I think it's number 8, Wes Woodson.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the catcher, number 33.
I can't really see who the number was that came in. So now we're ready. Canterbury. Pitch. And that pitch is low, ball one.
Running at first base for the pitcher is number 9, Luke Buckner.
Excuse me, that is number 9, Luke Buckner. Canterbury looks back at first. Gets his signs from Ramey. Here comes the pitch. And that's low, blocked by Ramey for ball 2. Canterbury was the starting pitcher from Logan last time these two teams faced each other. Canterbury. 2 pitch. And that is going. And he is. It gets away from Carson Kirk, so that's a successful steal by Buckner. That pitch was in there for strike 1. So Nitro's got a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the bottom of the first. So base hit heel from Kyle Gill can bring in Buckner from second. And thank you for tuning in for tonight's action between the Wildcats of Logan and the Wildcats of Nitro as that pitch is blocked by Ramey, ball 3. Canterbury looking back at second. Here comes the pitch. That's a hard hit by Gill, and they throw over to third, and they got him out at third. So they got the lead runner at third, but Kyle Gill will get on with a single, and that'll be 1 out. So a smart play by Carson Kirk to get the lead runner out as he was running. So that cancels the threat there, but they still got another threat on first with Kyle Gill now on base, and that'll bring up number 5, Bryce Wolford, the second baseman. Canterbury looking back at first. Here comes the pitch, and that is in there, strike 1. Canterbury, the only sophomore, the name I dubbed him Broadway Joe. He earned that last year when he threw a perfect game against Mingo Central. Told him if he ever messes up, he's losing that name. But he hasn't. Then he's done a great job keeping that name. So here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Great pitch.
Here comes the pitch. That is hit hard. It hit Canterbury. Hope he's okay. And there's a 4-6-3 double play, but Canterbury got a little shot at him, but he's all right. He's shaking it off like a champ. But with that, we're going into the top of the second. Still scoreless between Logan and Nitro. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
Leading
Leading off the second inning. He was last at bat in the first inning when Cole Blankenship got thrown out. Reed pitches. It's in the dirt. Ball 1. Corbin Bostic is up to bat for Logan. Bostic had a really good day yesterday in the field. He had a great day at batting against Independence. Here comes the pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 1. Logan's trying to improve their record to 14 wins this season. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt. Caught the catcher. Ball 2. Beautiful day for high school baseball. And we're going to get a time called by Coach Gertz to talk it over with Corbin. Tell him what he wants him to do for this at-bat. Coach Gertz, one of the legendary coaches in Logan, along with his father, Roger Gertz. Kevin Gertz, defending baseball state champion. Now he's going to be defending girls basketball state champion head coach. Here comes the pitch from Reed. Bostic hits that, and it looks like it's going to get caught by the center fielder. He dropped it. Bostic is going to second, and he's in there safe. So a hard hit to the center fielder, and he wasn't able to corral it. So Corbin is now on with a leadoff double in this inning, and that'll bring up the second baseman, number 11, Garrett Williamson.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Garrett Williamson.
Reed to pitch. Williamson lays down a bunt, and it will roll foul. That ball just stopped just a few inches. That had stayed fair. And Bostic's on third and Williamson's on first. But with that will be now an 0-1 count. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in. It looks like Facebook is going good. I've not had any complaints so far. And if you send me a personal friend request, I cannot accept it until after the game. So, that being said, it's back to the action. Again, Matt Carter is on his way here. He's running late as that pitch goes ball. Ball 1, a 1-1 count for Williamson. Reed. 2-pitch. Williamson lays down another bunt, and it just not anywhere near him. He pulls it back for ball 2. I hope this is a good view for you guys. I think it is. Reed's pitch. Williamson hard hits it. That's a base hit. And that will hold Bostic at third. So Garrett Williamson gets on with a hard-hitting single over the first baseman's head right in front of the right fielder. So Logan's got runners at the corners with no outs, and that'll bring up number 19, Mr. Clutch. They call him Connor Lowe.
For Logan, the first baseman, number 19, Connor Lowe.
Connor Lowe's going with a new look. He's going with the striped socks today. As Reed thought about throwing over to first, and then Williamson gets back on base. Here comes the pitch from Reed. And that pitch misses, ball 1. Noah Reed, the sophomore, for Nitro on the mound. Reed to pitch. Low hits that. Could that drop? That'll be a blooper. It will. And not. Corbin Bostic will advance home. So Logan scores on a bloop single by Connor Lowe. With no outs, Logan now has a 1-0 lead over the Nitro Wildcats. And now that'll bring up the right fielder, Ryan Roberts. Reed to pitch. Roberts lays down a beautiful bunt. That is going over to first for the first out, but that will move Williamson and Lowe over to third and second. So with one away, Logan's got 2 runners in scoring position. So now that'll bring up the DH, Jared Burnett.
Now batting number 14, Jared Burnett.
Reed to pitch. And that is just caught the outside corner for strike 1. So Logan with 2 runners in scoring position. A hit in the outfield can score Williamson. A base hit here could score both. Here comes the pitch from Reed. And that is a fair ball by Jared Burnett. And he's chugging around third. He is heading to the plate. And Lowe comes home, and Jared Burnett goes to second. Got a 2 RBI double for Jared Burnett. Jared Burnett comes up big with a huge base hit. And now that'll bring up Carson Kirk. Here comes the pitch from Reed, and Kirk lays down a bunt, a beautiful bunt, and he's going to beat it out on this throw, and he does, and it gets away. Burnett is coming home. Kirk is heading to second. With that errant throw by the pitcher, Logan now leads 4-0. And that'll bring back up the top of the lineup, Aiden Slack.
Now batting number 23, Aiden Slack.
Reed looks back at second. Here comes the pitch. And pitch is outside for ball 1. And again, Matt Carter, if you're watching this, please let me know where you're at. Reed to pitch. High, ball 2. Reed looking back at second. Here comes the pitch. And they say that's in there. Strike 1. And that is in there. Strike 2. So Slack has a 2-2 count on Reed. Carson Kirk is over there at second. Slack wants to bring him in to extend the lead. And that's outside, ball 3. So we got a full count now for Slack. Reed, 2 pitch. And they called him strike 3. So now with 2 outs, that'll bring up Mr. Smooth, Jake Ramey.
Now batting number 12, Jake Ramey.
As that is a beautiful hit by Jake Ramey and Carson Kirk. Oh, the center fielder just loses. Ramey stays at first. But with that smooth hit by Mr. Smooth himself, Jake Ramey brings in another run. Logan leads it 5-0. And now we'll get another courtesy runner. Number 4, Cole Blankenship is coming back in to run for Jake Ramey. And now that'll bring up number 16, Dawson Maynard. As that pitch misses, ball 1. Maynard's last at bat, he flew out. And so he's going to try to get a base hit here to move Blankenship over, as that pitch just a little bit outside, ball 2. Actually way outside for ball 2. And Maynard swung high at that one. Strike one. Reed looking over at set first. Sets and pitches. And they caught the top corner outside for strike two. So a 2-2 count for Dawson Maynard. Reed to pitch. And Maynard hits that high. Could that get out of here? That is gone! A RB 2-run home run shot for Dawson Maynard. He does it again. That's number 4 on the year with home runs. And Logan extends their lead to 6-0. That's why he was captain of the first team All-State in Double-A baseball. And so with that, we'll bring up Corbin Bostic. Excuse me, Logan leads at 7-0. My bad, I said 6. It's 7-0.
Now batting number 3, Corbin Bostic.
Again, Matt Carter, if you're on your way, please come on down. As that pitch just misses. Ball 1. And that pitch is in there. Strike 1. Reed to pitch. Gets away from the catcher Gill. Ball 2. Reed to pitch. And they call that in there. Strike 2. Reed to pitch. Outside, ball 3, full count now for Corbin Bostic. Again, someone send me a personal message if you can see the game and you can, and it's actually going smooth. I just need to know. Here comes the pitch from Reed. Bostic hits that hard. That's going to be over the center fielder's head. And it's gone! What a shot for Corbin Bostic! That ball just stayed in the air long enough to get over the 360 mark of the center field. And so back-to-back home runs for Logan as Corbin Bostic hits his second home run on the year. Logan leads 8-0. With 2 outs in the top of the second, Logan is cruising. They've scored 8 runs in this inning. And now that will bring up number 11, Garrett Williamson. He hit a home run at the Bridgeport tournament in the McDonald's Classic against Lincoln. Can he answer back and we get a time called by Garrett Williamson? As that pitch is in there, strike 1. Reed, pitch, and Williamson pops that up. Could that drop? That drops for a bloop single. So that's another base hit for Logan. You have to know, when is it time for Noah Reed take his curtain call. And now that'll bring up Connor Lowe. 2 outs. Logan leads 8-0 over Nitro. Reed to pitch. And they call that in there. Strike one. Reed, 2-pitch. And just misses, ball one. Connor Lowe looking to keep this inning going as Logan batted around in this inning. Here comes the pitch. High. Ball two. Reed, 2-pitch. And just misses into the dirt. Ball three. A 3-1 count for Connor Lowe, Mr. Clutch. That was dubbed by the team's name. So he is clutch. Here comes the pitch. And they called that in there. Strike two. Just a little bit high, but they called it. So a full count for Connor Lowe. Reed, 2-pitch. And that is into the dirt. Ball four.
Come on, Rhino.
And now that'll bring up Ryan Roberts.
Now batting number 9, Ryan Roberts.
Head down.
Roberts, last at bat, he got a sacrifice bunt that moved Williamson and Lowe over to second and third last time he was out. And that pitch is in there for ball one. Reed, 2-pitch. Outside, ball two.
Gotta come to you now.
Reed to pitch. And Roberts popped that up. Could that drop? No, it'll drop into the glove of the right fielder. And that'll be the third and final out of this long inning for Logan. Logan puts up 8 runs in this inning off of 8 hits. So with that, we're going to step aside as the music plays. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the second. Logan leads 8-0. Carter Jones stepping into the bat, and that pitch will go in from Canterbury, strike one. And that pitch misses, ball one. Canterbury to pitch. And that is foul. Out of play. Oh, no, it'll be a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And the curveball just misses. Ball 2. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And just misses again. A little bit outside. Ball 3. Full count now for Carter Jones. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. And now that will bring up the next Nitro batter. Number 8, Wes Woodson. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And misses outside. Ball 1. Here comes the pitch. That's in there. Strike 1. Canterbury to pitch. Just misses on the outside. Ball 2. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. That is hit high. Could go out of play, but Bostic's trying to track it down, and it just goes foul. So now we have a 2-2 count for Wes Woodson. And that pitch just misses. Ball 3. A full count for Canterbury. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And just misses. Ball 4. And now that'll bring up next for the Nitro Wildcats, number 23, Mark Sanders.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 23, Mark Sanders.
Canterbury throws back over to first as Woodson's back in there safe. Canterbury to pitch. Foul tip back. Strike 1. And that's popped up. And that pop-up, Lowe couldn't grab it. And that will be out number 2 as they threw over to second. So the runner that popped it up is now on first. That was like a jet swing popped up. But anyway, we got 2 outs for Nitro. And that'll bring up number 11, Wyatt Lacey. Two outs, a runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. Misses. Ball 1. Canterbury 2 pitch. And that is a hard hit by Wyatt Lacey. So there's the second hit of the day for Nitro. So Nitro got 2. Excuse me for a second. All right, we're back. Sorry. Batting for Nitro is number 6, Barrett Van Camp. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. High. Ball 1. Canterbury looking back at second. Here comes the pitch. As that is caught. No, foul ball. Thought Connerlo caught it. And I'll go for strike 1. 1-1 count. Van Camp looking at the pitch from Canterbury. Canterbury looking back at second. Here comes the pitch. Van Camp line drive right to Maynard. Didn't even have to move. And so that will end the second inning. Logan still leads 8-0 as Nitro strands 2 runners. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Reed still on the mound for Nitro. Jared Burnett still up at, is now at the bat as his last outing was a 2 RBI double. Reed's pitch goes high for ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Misses the strike zone again. A 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Reed. Oh, almost hit Burnett. Able to move away, so ball 3. Reed, 2 pitch with a 3-0 count. And misses, ball 4. So Logan's got a runner on first now with no outs, and they'll bring up number 7, Carson Kirk. Carson Kirk's last at bat, he laid down a bunt. It was supposed to be a sacrifice bunt, but it got away from the pitcher, and he threw it air at past the first base, and Burnett didn't take off, so that will be a 0-1 count for Carson Kirk. That pitch was called strike. Here comes the pitch from Reed, and breaking ball just misses outside for ball 1. Reed, 2-pitch. Kirk hits it high. That looks like it's going to get caught by right fielder. It is for out number 1. So now that'll bring up number 23, top of the lineup, Aiden Slack.
Now batting number 23, Aiden Slack.
And that pitch misses. Ball 1. Help if I show the action. My bad. Reed, 2-pitch. Way high. Ball 2. Reed, 2-pitch. And it's high again. Ball 3. Slack is 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a strikeout. Reed, 2-pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. And now that'll bring up Mr. Smooth, Jake Ramey. And we get a mound visit from the coach. It looks like it's going to be the end of Noah Reed. And it will. He takes the ball away from him. And we're going to go take a break. We'll be right back as we get a new pitcher in for Nitro.
Noah Reed moves to shortstop.
And we're back.
Moves to center field.
Woodson is now the new pitcher for Nitros. That pitch is outside. Ball 1.
Batting for Logan, number 12, Jake Ramey.
Luke Buckner's now in left field, or excuse me, right field. Wyatt Lacey's in center field. Noah Reeves at shortstop. Here comes the pitch. And misses outside, ball 2. Jake Ramey. It's 2 times at bat. He walked, and then he got an RBI single. Here comes the pitch. And just misses, ball 3. So 3-1 count. I mean, excuse me, 3-0 count for Jake Ramey. And that pitch is low in the dirt. Ball 4, and now bases are loaded for Logan. And now bring up Dawson Maynard. Another shot like this from Maynard can get this ball out of here. What's in the pitch? And that pitch is high, but they called strike. Strike 1. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. And Maynard fouled it right to the... That's going to be out when he bobbled it, so... The run will not count. It does? Okay, run will not count. But Maynard is safe at first with 2 outs, and now bring up Corbin Bostic. Corbin Bostic's last at bat hit that one right over the 360 side of the fence. See if he can do it again. And that pitch is outside. Ball 1.
Now batting number 3, Corbin Bostic.
Here comes the pitch. And misses. Ball 2. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. And Bostic hits that high. That is probably going to get out of here again. It is gone again. A grand slam for Corbin Bostic. That is a grand slam for Corbin Bostic. Logan leads it. 12-0.
Now batting number 11, Garrett Williamson.
As now up the bat is Garrett Williamson. And that pitch is in there, strike 1. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. As Williamson hits it high, and it looks like it's going to get caught by the right fielder, and it will for the 3rd and final out. But Logan does more damage as Corbin Bostic absolutely almost the same spot where he hit it the last time. A grand slam home run. Logan leads it 12-0 over Nitro. We're going to go into the bottom of the 3rd. We will be right back. Sorry, we're back. And what a play by Dawson Maynard. Isaac Elkins ground out to Maynard. He threw over to first for the first out of this inning. Logan leads 12-0 over Nitro. Nitro looks drained. And now that'll bring back up the top of the lineup for Nitro, Noah Reed.
Now batting number 12, Noah Reed.
As here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And it misses, ball one. Canterbury gets his sign from Ramey. Here comes the pitch. And it's in there. Strike one. Canterbury to pitch. Low into the dirt. Ball two. Here comes the pitch. And just misses. Almost hit him. Ball three. Canterbury to pitch. And that is popped up, and Ryan Roberts is tracking it down. Can he get it? He got it. Good catch by Ryan Roberts for out number two. And that'll bring up Kyle Gill, the catcher. Kyle Gill is going to UC. I think it's UC. Nacho's got another guy going to state. I can't remember who it is.
Number 33, Kyle Gill.
Sorry, we're back. Yeah, we just got confirmed. Kyle Gill is going to UC next season to play baseball. So we wish him luck in his future playing at UC as that pitch goes outside, ball one. Even though I went to Western Union State, UC's our rival, but still. Great young man. Hope he does good at UC. And pitches low in the dirt. Ball two. As that is a hard hit, and it looks like it's going to get tracked by Corbin Bostic, and it doesn't. It gets away from Bostic as Kyle Gill is going to hold at second. Bostic had a chance. And with that hit, Gill is now on second. And that will bring up number 5, Bryce Wolford. And we're going to get a courtesy runner. Number 7, Rocco Lazo will come in to run for Nitro. Now we'll bring Wolford up. He's running. Lazo's running for the catcher, Kyle Gill. Wolford is going to try to bring in Lazo and try to avoid this shutout. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And just misses. Ball one. And that pitch is in there. Strike one. The wind is starting to blow just a little bit. Trying to move my stand. I don't have the strongest tripod, but now I'm holding it down. So here comes the pitch from Canterbury with a 1-1 count. And low in the dirt, blocked by Ramey. Ball two. Canterbury 2 pitch. That's a hard hit, and it's caught by Garrett Williamson. Good grab by Garrett Williamson. That'll end the threat. So Logan still keeps the score, 12-0. We're going into the top of the fourth. Before I step out, I want to give a good shout out to Sydney Roberts. the daughter of Michelle Roberts, and the brother of Ryan Roberts, and the daughter of Dave Roberts. Hope you're enjoying the game, Sydney. And with that, we'll step aside. We'll be right back. Sydney, if you're watching, your dad loves you. Oh, Lord. I just embarrassed her. Sorry about that, Sydney. But anyway, we'll be right back, guys. All right, we're back. Leading off this inning for Logan is number 19, Connor Lowe. Is that pitch low? But it's in there. Strike one. Here comes. Here comes the pitch for ball two. Sorry. Talking with Matt Carter and Dave Roberts behind me. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. As Lowe hits that into the gap. Nope. It got over the left fielder, so Connor Lowe is chugging around first, heading to second. And that is gone. It's in a ground rule double, I guess. It went under the fence.
Come on, let's go.
So the ump is going to go. The ump is going to go check to see if that ball really did go underneath the fence. Yep, it did. And now that'll bring up Ryan Roberts. So Connor Lowe is staying at second with no outs, as that's in there. Strike one. Ron Roberts, last at bat. He sacrificed bunt, and then he hit a pop-up to end the inning. I think to end the inning. Here comes the pitch from Roberts, as that is... Where did that go? I don't even know where that went. But with that, that'll be an 0-2 count for Ryan Roberts. Ryan Roberts has got the power to hit one out of here. We're waiting to see if he can with an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Roberts hits it, and it's going to go to, popped up, flew out to right field. And that'll be one out. And now that'll bring up number 14, Jared Burnett. Jared Burnett for the day. He had a 2 RBI double, and he walked his last at bat. And now he's going to try to bring home Connor Lowe. Here comes the pitch. And Burnett foul tips it back. Heads up. Woo! Someone almost came home with the game-winning ball. So an 0-1 count for Jared Burnett. Woodson. Here comes the pitch. And Burnett, same result. Foul tip back. Strike 2. 0-2 count for Burnett. A hard hit shot by Burnett can bring in Connor Lowe from second. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. And that's a hard hit by Jared Burnett. Connor Lowe is going to stay at third. So Jared Burnett. Another hard hit. That'll put runners at the corners with 1 out. And that'll bring up Carson Kirk. Let's see if Carson can get a hit.
Carson Kirk.
Here comes the pitch. That's a hard hit by Kirk. And that will score Connor Lowe. And the score is now 13-0. Logan over Nitro. And now bring up number 6, Chase Hatfield. Made a mistake one time and I kept calling him Chad. Chad's his dad. My bad. So he's now Chase Hatfield to me. Still a great young man. He's only a freshman. So Chase Hatfield will now come in to hit with Logan leading 13-0. They still got one more inning to play before they can roll this game over.
Chase Hatfield.
Woodson, 2 pitch. And that's in there, strike 1. Woodson, 2 pitch. That's a hit by Hatfield. Hatfield trying to beat it out, and it's safe, and that is a single for Chase Hatfield as runners are safe. Now that'll bring up number 10, McCormick Ilderton. Ilderton's the younger brother of Logan High legend now. State champion winner, Peyton Ilderton. If she's watching this, shout out to her for signing at Marshall to play for the Lady Thundering Herd. We get a time called by the ump. He went over to the dugout to talk it over with some players, and he says, play ball.
Number 10, McCormick Ilderton.
So with 1 out, bases are loaded for Logan. Base hit here for Ilderton can bring it in. And that gets away as Burnett is not running. Woodson with a 1-0 pitch, and that gets away. Ball 2. I think I'm doing good. 2-0 count for Ilderton. Sun's starting to go down behind the clouds. It's getting a little cold here. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Ilderton. Looking at a 2-1 count from Woodson. Woodson, 2 pitch. That's a hard hit by Ilderton. And they're going to throw over to second to get that first out. And good double play by Nitro. The run will not count. So it's still 13-0 as we're going in to the bottom of the fourth. Logan leads 13-0. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We got some new position players in for Logan as the pitch from Canterbury is going into Michael Thor. And that's a hard hit by Michael Thor. Now I know why they call him Thor. So Nitro gets a base hit. But Corbin Bostic is now in the dugout, and in left field is Cole Blankenship. Garrett Williamson is now in the dugout, and in at second is Chad Burnett. And so with that, we'll bring up number 10, Jacob Angel. No outs. Logan's got a runner. Nitro's got a runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. That's hard hit by Angel. And it looks like it's going to get caught by Carson Kirk for the first out. Popped up by Angel. Doesn't do anything, so Nitro has one out on the board. And now we'll bring back up for the Nitro Wildcats. Can't see the number. Number 23. Mark Sanders, the DH.
Now batting number 23, Mark Sanders.
Canterbury throws over to first as Thor is back in safe. Yes, that is his name, Michael Thor. Speaking of Thor, I can't wait to go watch that new movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm a big Marvels fan, guys, so don't hate on me. It's Canterbury. Pitches to. That's a hit, and it looks like it's going to get caught by Ryan Robertson. It will for the second out. So 2 away for Nitro, and that'll bring up number 10. No, number 11, Wyatt Lacey. Excuse me, number 10 was the last batter. My bad. I looked at the wrong number. Number 11, Wyatt Lacey. With 2 outs. Logan has 13 runs on 12 hits. Nitro has 4 hits on no runs. As that pitch just misses ball 1. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in to watching this game. I appreciate you guys. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And caught the inside of the strike zone for strike one. Logan will be back in action tomorrow at Herbert Hoover. I will not be there, but Matt Carter will. As that is a hit down. Scooped up by Kirk. Throws over to first. And he is out. Tagged him. Connor came off the bag, but Lacey was tagged out. And we're going into the top of the fifth. Logan still leads 13-0. We'll be right back after this break. A big shout out to Matt Carter for being a great host. Big shout out to Matt Carter for being the voice of Logan High School.
Girls basketball coach. His little daughter is born 25 weeks.
All right, we're back here in the top of the fifth. Logan has a comfortable 13-0 lead, so more runs can make the cushion even more for Logan. And with this brings up number 27, Chase Maynard. As y'all know, with the man game, this young man had a great story, and I was glad to talk to him about it. And Maynard swings and a miss, strike one. This is Chase Maynard's first year playing varsity baseball. He decided to come out for his senior year. He played football, played basketball his whole high school career, and he's now playing baseball. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. And outside, ball one. For those you don't know about the story of Chase Maynard had open heart surgery when he was young. Honestly, I can feel for that. My brother had the same thing happen to him. He wasn't able to play football until his senior year, and Chase finally got eligible to play. Honestly, same story, just like my brother, as that pitch is in there for ball two. So I feel for Chase, and I can connect with Chase on that. Chase Maynard, a great young man, and he deserves to have fun and play sports until he graduates from high school, which I know since I graduated, I miss it dearly. I miss playing football. Wish I could have played baseball more. I miss track, and I miss playing basketball, as that pitch is foul tip back for a 2-2 count. So nothing would mean more right now to see Chase Maynard get a base hit here for Logan. Maynard looking at a 2-2 count from outside. Ball three. We got a full count for Maynard. Let's see if Maynard can get on base with either a walk or a base hit or a hit by pitch. Here comes the pitch. Outside. Ball four. So Chase Maynard will take his base. And I'll bring up, don't know whether to call him twin number one or twin number two, but it's Chad Burnett. Again, I am a Logan-based broadcast. I'm fair for both sides, as that pitch is outside, ball one. So no outs. Logan's got a runner on first. Burnett. Burnett's a clutch pitcher for Logan this year. And that pitch is, wow, outside, and they called strike. So a 1-1 count for Burnett. Again, Logan will be back in action tomorrow at Herbert Hoover. Matt Carter will be live. I will not. I'll be at home watching his feed. Here comes the pitch. Inside. Ball 2. So again, Logan has a 13 to nothing lead. They can get out of here in 5 innings. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Woodson, 2 pitch. Foul tipped it off of Chad's foot. That is going to hurt. Sorry, I got Matt Carter behind me. Burnett is hurt. He's holding down that foot. He's going to go walk it off.
Go, Chad.
So after that break, Chad Burnett is in with the 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and that is a hard line drive foul. Just barely misses the third baseline, and that'll be still a 2-2 count for Burnett. No outs. Chase Maynard, my bad, is on first. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. That's a hard hit by Burnett. Could that get over the head of the right fielder? And no, it just drops. So Chase Maynard comes back over to first for 1 out. That was a hard hit shot by Burnett.
Now batting number 4, Cole Blankenship.
Now coming up to bat for Logan is number 4, Cole Blankenship. See if he can get on with a hit. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. That's inside. Ooh. Called it strike. Think if Cole was a few more pounds heavier, that could hit him. Hit him right in the gut. Anyway, still an 0-1 count for Blankenship. Here comes the pitch. High, outside, ball 1. Nitro has a tough region. They got Winfield Generals in it. It's always a good baseball team. Nitro's always a good baseball team. Whether you consider them down or up, they're always a tough baseball team. That has popped up, and that looks like it's going to get caught by the catcher for out number 2. And now that'll bring up number 8, Chase Ellis, with 2 outs. Logan's got a runner on first. But back to what I was saying about Nitro. Nitro's always in a tough section. They got Point Pleasant in there, who's usually tough. Polka is always a team that comes in there, and they make a deep run in sectionals. And then you got Sissonville. So Nitro's got Murder's Row right there in sectionals. Logan's side, they got Mingo Central, Wayne, Chattanville, and Scott. As that is foul tip back for strike 2. An 0-2 count with 2 outs for Chase Ellis. Woodson looks back over at first. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. Low got away as Maynard is going all the way to second. He's in there. So with that wild pitch goes ball 1. So a 1-2 count for Chase Ellis. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. And that's inside. Almost hit Ellis. If I was him, I'd let it hit me. It's only going to hurt for about maybe a few minutes. As long as it don't hit you in the head. Anyway, here comes the pitch. And it got him. So Ellis is taking his base to first. And now bring up number 18, William Spike Bryant.
Now batting number 18, William Bryant.
So with 2 runners on, Spike is up to bat, and that misses. Ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Low. Ball 2. Spike is only a freshman. Chase Ellis is only a freshman. Chase Maynard is the senior. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. Low in the dirt. Gets past Maynard. Heading over to third. Chase Ellis trots on down to second. So a 3-0 count for Spike Bryant. And a base hit could bring in Maynard. And tries to extend Logan's lead to 14-0. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. That's in there, strike 1. Now, would assume that the green light is on for Spike Bryant. Here comes the pitch from Woodson. Outside, ball 4. And now we have up to bat the pitcher, Broadway Joey Canterbury, and we're going to get a new pitcher. It looks like it's going to be it for Wes Woodson as his night is done. As we're going to get a warm-up, I'm going to step aside and stretch. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Broadway Joe's up to pitches. Up to bat, as that pitch is in there for strike 1. Wyatt Lacey's now on the mound as Wes Woodson now goes to center field. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. Bow hit Joey Canterbury in the head for ball 1. Lacey to pitch. And misses again, ball 2. So a walk here, or a hit by pitch. Pass ball, or base hit, can score. Chase Maynard, and that pitch is in there, ball 3. Canterbury had to duck 3 times. Canterbury facing a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. Out. Oh! Called strike 2. So Canterbury has a full count now. That pitch was low and away. So 3-2 count for Joey Canterbury. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. And it hit him. And Joey Canterbury just made probably the funniest noise you could hear. As Logan now scores again on a walk. So they lead 14-0 over Nitro. And now that will bring up Luke Blankenship for the Wildcats. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. High, ball one. And that pitch is in there, strike one. Sorry, I was checking some stuff. That pitch went ball. So it's a 2-1 count for Luke Blankenship. And Blankenship foul tips it back for strike two. Again, I was told that Nitro has Ripley in their section 2. I think that's right. I thought Ripley was AAA, not AA. But I might be wrong. Anyway, I'll just go with the word. I think it's right. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. High, ball three. Full count now for Luke Blankenship. So another walk can bring in another run from third. Luke Blankenship wants to get a hit, but he'll happily take a walk if he can. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. High, ball four, and another run will score. So now Logan now leads 15-0. And with that, we'll bring up Aiden Slack. Let's see if Slack can match Corbin Bostic with a grand slam of his own. He has the power to do so. Here comes the pitch from Lacey. And low, ball one. So Logan has a 15-0 lead. Here comes the pitch as Slack foul tipped it off of his foot. That's going to hurt. The count will be 1-1. Slack facing a 1-1 count. Slack hits that high. That could get over the center fielder's head. Nope, he caught it for the third and final out. Logan has 15 runs on the board. And while the music plays, I'm going to step aside. Logan needs 3 more outs to end this game. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the fifth. Logan needs 3 more outs to end the game here in 5 innings. Batting for Nitros, number 9, Luke Buckner. Here comes the pitch as Buckner hits that one. And that's going to get tracked down by Ryan Roberts for the first out. So 1 away. We need 2 more outs in order to send this game home back to Logan for a Logan win. Then we got Isaac Elkins coming up the bat for Nitro.
Now batting number 22, Elkins.
Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. And that pitch is outside, ball 1. Canterbury to pitch. Low in the dirt, gets past Ramey. Ball 2. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the feed. I'm glad I was able to bring you Logan High Baseball here at Nitro. Thank you, Nitro, for allowing me to stream the game. That pitch is in there, strike 1. Joey Canterbury trying to complete this game for Logan. Here comes the pitch from Canterbury. Elkins foul tips it out of play. Strike 2. A 2-2 count for Ike Elkins. Here comes the pitch. Elkins pops it up, and it looks like it's going to get caught by Levi Kazee, and he missed it. Levi Kazee missed it, and that will be a error on Logan. So Ike Elkins gets on with an error, and that'll bring up number 12, Noah Reed. Reed was the starting pitcher for the day. He got relieved in the 3rd inning to Wes Woodson. But after a scoreless inning from Logan, they put up 8 runs in the 2nd, 4 runs in the 3rd, 1 run in the 4th, and 2 runs in the 5th as that pitch was in there for strike 1. So Logan woke the bats up today after they've been slugging for the past couple of games. And they decided now we bring it back. Reed hits that high, and that's going to get caught by, is that Dawson Maynard out in the outfield? It looks like it's Dawson Maynard out in center field. It is, and Slack is playing 3rd. So with that, that's 2 outs. So I guess Gert says, "Here, Dawson." I don't know if you can see it, but he's having fun out there. Playing outfield for the first time, I think, in his high school life. And Slack is playing infield for the first time in his high school life other than pitching. So we'll see how this goes as that pitch is fouled back by number 7, Rocco Lazo. Strike 1. Nitro still's got a runner on first. Canterbury still on the mound trying to finish this game. Again, the impact player of the game, that's going to be a bucket list. Here comes the pitch, and they call that in there, strike 2. Canterbury gets his signs from Ramey. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt. They're going to throw, and he's back in there safe. Elkins is back in there safe but that pitch will be ball 1. Excuse me. Safe as Kazee was going to try to tag him. Kazee is in. Okay, we got some new players in. Levi Kazee is in at first. Chad Burnett, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is your ball game. Well, I was going to go over the list, but now I don't need to, as Logan wins it 15-0 in 5 innings over the Nitro Wildcats. With that, Logan moves their record to 14-0 on the year. I gotta wait until it's over. So with that, The big shout out to Michelle Roberts. Thank you for allowing me to use her phone. My iPad was dead. So thank you, Michelle Roberts, for doing this. So honestly, there's a long list for Logan to impact player of the game. There's a long list. I wish I can get everybody. But honestly, to save time, I'm just going to get one person. And he hasn't got an interview all year. Everybody else has got an interview. I'm going to give the interview tonight. I mean, everybody deserves an interview. Don't get me wrong. Everybody does. I would give it to everybody, but the list is just so long. I want to keep it short and simple. I'm giving my player of the game for Logan versus Nitro to Broadway Joey Canterbury. He threw a 4-hit shutout here tonight against Nitro. So with that, guys, thank you for tuning in here tonight at Nitro High School. Logan will be back in action tomorrow at Herbert Hoover. Matt Carter will be on the call for that game at Hoover. Game starts at 7. I hope it does. The game tonight was supposed to start at 7, but they moved it up to 6. So game tomorrow will start at 7. JV will be playing at 4. I'm assuming that's the time. But that is your ball game. Logan wins it 15-0 in 5 innings over Nitro. I am Daniel Miller, and I am going to sign out. See you next time.